Hey everybody, it's your boy SergDragon. We're wobbly. There you go. It's your boy SergDragon, and welcome back to another edition of the Heavens Monsters podcast. Today we will be covering the 28th of January of Impact Wrestling 2020. With me today is Xavier Hill.
Once again, MVP is in the ring, so that can only mean one thing. Big things popping, little things stopping. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the view, because the Heavens Monsters podcast is for people better than you.
With that said, this is going to be an interesting review because of the fact that they will be once again in AAA in Mexico. Their partnership with their partner brands. So a lot of these people, I have no idea, so excuse me. I may be Hispanic, but I can't read it for the hell of it. So if I get their names wrong, I do apologize. Next, first up, we would have Josh Alexander versus the guy who he picked a fight with, and he was issued a challenge against Elle. With the J's, it's always a ha. Hing de Vikingo. Let's go call him Vikingo, because that's the last bit of his name. Ultimately, in this match, it would be going back and forth. He gave him a fight. Until Van Kingo actually got the pinfall off of Josh Alexander. So I was like, oh no. Josh Alexander, oh, that's not good. So now, if he can find a partner, then him and Ethan Page, the North is what they call themselves because they're both Canadians, they can have a shot at their Impact Wrestling Tag Team titles. That is not looking too good for the North. Alright. Next up would be the Rascals, Damian Xavier and Zachary Wisp going up against Elle Pagano and Murder Clown in a tag team match. Yeah, they got some killer clown gimmicks over there in Mexico for some reason. Don't ask me.
Pagano and Murder Clown are way over tonight because Mexico doesn't hide the fact that this was really sloppy.
That's a review.
Wins and Murder start off with Murder Clown easily overpowering his smaller opponent. Wentz fought back with a Rana on Murder. A kick to the knee and another kick, leading to Xavier and Pagano tagging in. Desmond ran circles around Pagano until Pagano got a reverse suplex and a running neck breaker. Murder and Pagano worked over Desmond Murder Clown, attempting a 619 on Desmond, courtesy of Rey Mysterio.
Yep.
But Wentz was there to block the follow-up. Rascals hit a double suplex on Murder, followed by a swanton by Wentz and a tornillo by Desmond for the win. Michael Elgin cut a promo on Eddie Edwards saying he is the rightful owner of the trophy. He said that he doesn't need 5 matches since he already beat him over and over again, promising to take the trophy and claim the world championship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so look forward to that. It'll be a best out of 5. So if Michael Elgin can win 3 matches, that's it in a row. So we'll have to wait and see for that. Next up, we have a one-on-one matchup this time, courtesy of last week being a triple threat with Rhino involved. This time is just these two. It would be Moose versus Taurus, a Mexican wrestler with a not very pretty Minotaur-looking mask, but definitely intimidating one, if you remember. In which case, in this match, these two would definitely go pound for pound and power for power, but sadly, despite the fact that Taurus had almost won the match, sadly to say, Moose got the drop on him and won the match. And from behind...
Not until the little surprise from behind. A gore from Rhino to Moose.
Gore! 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 Then after he wins the match, here's Rhino just looking at him. He's like, he feels it like, what the hell's the crowd cheering at? What the hell? Bam! Let's do this one next. This is number 1 contendership for the Knockouts title. Jordynne Grace, Madison Rayne, and Kiera Hogan.
Taya Valkyrie came down to join the commentary for the following match.
Abuela loca.
Rayne and Hogan team up against Grace, but Jordynne easily beat them down but could not get the pin due to the overwhelming numbers. Hogan and Rayne worked over Grace until they were caught with a big double suplex. Grace works over the two, with Hogan and Rayne getting some offense in. Jordynne had a lovely double submission on both women. It looked like Grace was out of the picture, but Hogan and Rayne started bickering, leaving time for Grace to recover. Take out Rayne, hit the Grace driver on Hogan, and pick up the win. Then they cut a promo with Ace Austin explaining how he has defeated Trey Miguel twice already and how he beat Tessa Blanchard twice too. Johnny Swinger approached Willie Mack and told him that they need to work on their teamwork. Mack yelled at him and said that Swan is his only partner. In the locker room, TJP got a new attire for the now thinner Fallah Bahh.
And he was like, it's yellow! It's yellow! Why do I gotta wear yellow? It's like, you'll be good, man. And he tries to do this. I don't know where this gimmick is like. He tries to extend his hand. He's like, okay, you're gonna make me do it. Okay. Yeah. It's like he's calling him to bring his hand in. It's like, yeah, there you go. And he brings it in. Like, do it like this. Like, yeah. Yeah. There you go. I don't know what that gimmick... What gimmick was that from? I'm trying to remember. I think that was from, what, DX or something? Yeah. Here comes a legend in Mexican wrestling. It would be none other than Daga teaming up with the legendary Dr. Wagner Jr. And who would surprisingly bring his +1, which is his son, who is bigger than him. Both in width and in height. Good God, that's his son? Holy smokes. In which case they would go up against Rito Scum. And in that match, it would be the Luster Legend and Adam Thorn Court. Oh, okay. I guess those are the nicknames. In this match, it would be pretty interesting to see where the legend actually comes back into the ring and teaches them, his son, how to be in the ring alongside Daga, who is Tessa Blanchard's boyfriend. Or husband, I forget. In which case, going on to this, Rito Scum tries to cheat, as always, because they're heel group, they're punks, but they ended up losing the match painfully. Let me see where it said. Maybe quick tags and defeat boy moves until Daga come back using his speed to dodge and strike both men. Wagner got the hot tag and ran wild. Daga came in and took a huge spine buster by Luster and a DVD by Thorn Stonestock. I can't pronounce that name. How you pronounce it?
Phones.
Right?
Phone Stone.
Yeah, hold up. Let me pronounce it. THOWN STOWE. The heck? I'm looking at my mom. After DVD by... It's a weird name.
Townstone.
Townstone?
Townstone.
It sounds like a townstone. For a 2 count. Then followed by a rolling Serrano. Daga pin Thornstone with a Daga driver. That's how it went. Oh, that, I knew it was painful. I'm like, wait, how fast? Oh, yeah, that's right. Driver. That means like a pile driver. Oy. After the match, Jake and Dave Chris attacks Daga as well as Wagner Jr. while Reno Scum held off Galeno Del Mall outside the ring. That's his son. Wagner's son. Galeno Del Mall. OVE hit the triple team move on Daga. God damn. That's right. Triple. That meant because Man Fulton, their monster, was in the ring too. So they're basically just, the term AOV stands for Ohio versus everything. Ohio is declaring war on Mexico?
Wow.
Well, shit. Oh, they end for it now, Ohio. Somewhere in the undead realm, Susie, formerly known as the Su Young, the Corpse Bride, or Corpse Bride, was walking around until Rosemary approached her and she was asking, does anything look familiar to you? And she's still confused as to what's going on. So she then issues an interesting proposal for her to actually be in the action for a friendly exhibition match between her and Susie. Oh, so now she's going to Rosemary's going to put her in that situation where she's going to be in the ring, even handing her the wrestling gear. So Susie's like, I was like, oh boy. Here's the main event for you, bro.
Oh.
The first match of the Michael Elgin and Eddie Edwards.
The main event. Michael Elgin versus Eddie Edwards. Best of 5 series. Really good main event. The match began with some mat wrestling, some shoulder tackles, and chops. But Eddie quickly focused on taking out Elgin's knee with a low drop kick and chasing a submission. Elgin started going after Elgin's arm.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie hit Elgin with a suicide dive. Elgin then blocked a hurricanrana and slinged Eddie to the guardrail. Elgin worked over Eddie with forearms and clotheslines, but Eddie lands a desperation blue thunderbomb to get some space. Eddie gets some big moves in, locking in a single leg crab, then into an STF, but Elgin powers out to his feet. Eddie went for a tiger driver, but Elgin countered with a vertebraker. They exchanged strikes, clotheslines, and kicks, with Eddie getting the better of it. Eddie hit a tiger bomb for a very close near fall.
Yeah, that.
Eddie went for a Frankensteiner, but Elgin countered into a top rope DVD for a 2 count. Elgin then locked in the crossface and set of elbows to the neck, and Eddie, he didn't tap out, but it said he passed out.
Yeah, I saw that. He just kept wailing on him. And then he put him into that crossface where it wasn't on his face, like between the eyes. He literally had him up on the neck, and he's like practically choking him, putting his head where it shouldn't be and going back towards his spine. He was out like a light, and the referee had to call it.
Yep. And
damn.
Michael Elgin takes the victory.
And that's the first out of 5. So Michael Elgin has got this going.
1 down, 4 to go.
And that's not if he wins the next 2, because that'll be it.
Mm-hmm.
Best out of 5 means 3 wins, you're done. You're the winner. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, before we end this video, Xavier, would you kindly give the shout-outs?
So while SergDragon is looking up for AEW for January 29th.
On our next podcast.
Yep. A shout-out to myself, Xavier Hill, Mike Henry, and Andre Mitchell. A link to our 3 YouTube pages will be in the descriptions down below. And a shout out to Terrence, aka T-Money, Renee, Pharaoh, Chris Petrie, and Delvin.
With that said, everybody, like this video, give it a thumbs up. You didn't? Give it a thumbs down. Hit that subscribe button, like the content, and hit that notification bell for the next Heaven Monsters podcast. I'm SergDragon. This is Xavier Hill, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.